Mazatlan, Mexico is a very cool colonial seaport on the Pacific coast of Mexico. Largely built in the mid-1800s when everyone came through Mazatlan to head to San Francisco for the gold rush. Mazatlan is located just east of Cabo San Lucas on the mainland. This is the historic part of the city. There's a new development area, and this is Piedra Island. In the historic district, you can see these plazas every few blocks, and you can also see the courtyard-style homes that were built. There's a beautiful malecón, which is a walkway. It goes 13 miles. Those are called the Three Islands, Tres Islas. You can see some of the city up on the hillside and looking back at the historic district. But this gets pretty lively at night, and that's the Hotel Bel Mar where I stayed. This is the Eva Peralta Opera House, which is pretty cool. All kinds of really interesting, colorful, colonial, they call them neo-tropical colonial architecture. The streets are raised up because the water runs high during flood season. Some of these you can see right in, and there are ruins behind the windows. Others are fixed up houses. Very lively area. It's interesting because one block can be completely fixed up, and then you'll see something like this where just the facade remains, and when you look inside you can see the ruins of what used to be there. This one was burned out. Lots of gorgeous tile everywhere. This is the room right outside the room where I stayed. Look at that kind of icebox tile. Cool color. More tile everywhere. Big open courtyards on the inside because they used to open up the windows on the exterior and have the air draw through the narrow interiors into the courtyard to create passive cooling. To go to Stone Island, you cross the harbor on a little panga boat. Cost about 25 cents. There you can see some of the fishing fleet. And back on this side are some tankers, but typically there are also cruise ships sitting over there. From my hotel room, you could see the cruise ship. Here's a zoomed in version. These things are like 20 stories high. They're just amazing. This is the way they build everything in Mexico. They put up concrete posts with some rebar and then minimal rebar. Then they fill everything in with clay bricks, and they form up the ceilings and pour more concrete on the ceilings. Here's an example on Stone Island of a modern one that was finished, built the same way. And here's one in construction. You can see the beams are up and they're starting to put the infill in. Look at how they cantilever those stairs. Isn't that funky? Here's some color samples going up. And this is the banda music that you hear on Piedra Island. They have several competing bands when there are tourists out from the cruise ships. It's tons of fun. Apparently this music came from the Germans, really, and when you look at it, you can see why, the kind of oompa thing. It wasn't really a Mexican native music, it was European style. If you keep watching this, look towards the end and you'll see a wave wash right through where everybody's playing. Nobody thinks twice.